Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Thursday episode of But Make It Fashion. I'm so sorry about not having an episode yesterday. I was hosting some folks, and I wanted to make sure that I was a good host, and it was also nice to take a bit of a day off. Like a real day off. It was really nice. One quick note is there is a car alarm going off, and it's just been kind of going off for the last couple of minutes, so I'm sorry if you can hear that, but I hope you can't. But that's what you get. Anyways, I am so excited to be doing another episode of But Make It Fashion today. I'm continuing on the theme of art, but make it fashion. And we've been able to stick with my family for the most part so far. We started with my mother, Vicki Lee Crudwig, and then my Aunt Ronnie, her twin. We did my work on Monday, and today we are working with a piece from my Aunt Val. So she is a collage artist. She does kind of, I would say, constructed pieces. So almost like dioramas, but more thematic and less of a like realism type thing. So they're like art constructs. And so yeah, I'm really excited to get going on that today. But first, I just want to welcome you all to the stream. Thank you so much for watching, and I'd love to know how you're doing. So please let me know how's everything going with you. Just let me know in the chat, and we're gonna move over here to the illustrating scene. Oh, silly me. Forgot to hit the screen mirroring button. Alright, and that was weird. Okay, and then I can do this. So the first thing that I need to do, obviously, is to get rid of the extra bits and bobs from this layer so we can see what's going on underneath. On my sketching glove. Let me just finish up erasing these bits. And then what I can do is show you. So this is the piece that I chose. She sent me approximately, I think, 5 different pieces that I could choose from. And I loved them all, but this one I thought had a lot that I could go off of. So what we have here is almost like a fashion figure in and of itself. We have this really cute polka dotted dress with a lace insert in the middle here, some lace trim on the bottom, and the other thing that I really like is like the text here: on land, at sea, in the summertime. Every day is a red letter day when you wear, and I'm assuming that's from an ad, a vintage ad of some sort, and some sheet music, and these little like swirly doodles. So for this piece, what I'm going to do is basically create a fashion piece off of what I see here, as far as like the dress goes, and create an ensemble that is very similar to this dress. However, I'm going to tie in other pieces, other details from this art into the finished garment. I chose this pose because I thought it's very playful, and the original pose of the woman tying the bow in her hair, I felt like that was very playful. So I wanted to kind of keep going with that theme. So let's drop the opacity down on that layer, start a new layer to do our inking for the croquis. And believe it or not, I still am not out of family members who are artists. Again, pretty much everyone on my mom's side of the family is an artist of some sort. Some of them are musicians, some of them are painters, Some of them are collage artists. We'd all hang out for about a month, or a week, I mean, gosh, in the middle of the summer. And we would have like a little family reunion along with an art show. And actually, I should probably check something real quick. I've been trying a new thing with Twitch, and I just want to make sure. Okay, good. I am in the right settings. Right? All right, cool. I just want to make sure I wasn't accidentally streaming to D&D, because today's episode has nothing to do with D&D. However, tomorrow's episode at 3 p.m. Pacific time, it will be back to normal with D&D but make it fashion. That's the show that I do before the Gauntlet, which is the show on Adventurers Pack, where a group of adventurers go through the Gauntlet. Whoops. Which is, they are fighting monsters from the Monster Manual, A through Z, by challenge rating. And of course, as I'm sketching, I'm already having thoughts about this piece. I said I was going to keep it pretty true to the source material, but I think I might change it up just a little bit. Because I've been doing a lot of dresses and a lot of gowns recently. I think it might be fun to do more of a separates illustration. Ah, that's what I thought. Forgot to do a face. Cool beans, cool beans. So now it's time to drop the opacity on that layer and add a new layer. So, in my change in idea, I thought it might be nice to do a top and like a capri pant. So, especially some of the text is saying, like, on land at sea in the summertime, just thinking, I don't know, thinking about a really nice summery outfit, late summer, early fall, I'm thinking capri pants and a cute top. And what I'd love is to bring in like the kind of tones of this paper here for the capri pants, and then make the top this color here, the lovely tealy green. Yeah. So I think we can give her a button-up shirt. I don't like that color, so we're gonna do a different color. So I'm kind of doing like a high-waisted pant here. And by kind of, I mean, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing a high-waisted pant here. And let's do... Except, let's be smarter about that. So I will need to change that, the front of the blouse. It's definitely not centered. I kind of got thrown off by the curve that she has on this sketch. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know? Hi there! How are you doing? I know we spoke earlier this morning, Mom, but it's good to see you again. Or virtually see you again. So I'm going to take a quick moment and turn on the air conditioner. It got very warm in my apartment all of a sudden. Okay, so I think I'm going to make this more like a polo rather than a full button down. So it looks like she has used some actual lace in this piece. So there's some lace ribbon here. And then some tatted lace edging that's down here at the bottom. So I'm going to duplicate this edging for the bottom of this pant of these capris. And the way it's kind of set up is it's like a point lace. Definitely looks like it's tatted. And then, of course, we have to think about this in 3 dimensions. I know you can totally hear my air conditioner in the background. I can see it showing up on my mic. So I will use the music to drown that part out of it a little bit. Cute. And what I think I'll do here is bring some more lace up to the cuffs of this blouse and essentially use the same pattern here. So it's like a 6-pointed flower with a circle in the middle and then 2 dots in between each flower. And I want to make sure that my brush is pretty small. And why don't we start with a circle in the middle. Yeah, I know we were having a conversation on one of her posts on Facebook about lace and about vintage lace. And I have the desires to learn how to do Battenberg lace, which is a relatively old lace making technique that involves a needle, a large pillow, a padded pillow, and it's one of those things that It's a little, it looks almost like crocheting, like the stitch looks like it's crochet, but it's not done with a crochet hook. You also use Battenberg lace tape for your foundation. Okay. Cute. Oh, it's all good. Hi. You're, it's okay that you're quote unquote late. It's not like this is a standing date or anything. Technically, I'm the one that's late, like a full day late, so. Okay. I don't think I'll do the lace on the collar up here. I think that would be too much. And while I want this to be feminine, I don't want it to be junior. You know, I don't want it to be very girly, like um, childish, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And how are you doing, Becca? I'm doing pretty well myself. I've just been pretty busy with Character Chronicles, and I'll be shipping a few of those out, maybe even tomorrow, actually. Yeah, thank you. It is a big step. I'm really, really excited to be getting there. Okay. You know, it seems silly to be doing this work on this bow, because it's gonna be a black bow. But that's okay. Okay. Great. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start the coloring process. So for this, let's make a new palette. Did it give me one? There it is. And we're gonna call this one Red Letter Day. And I'm basically just choosing from the text. And I'm gonna pull in some color here. Looks like the same color as that. Close enough. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far. Okay, so, yep, I need to get onto the right layer here. And so for the pants, I really wanted to do this, like, khaki color here. And I'll just go ahead and just darken it a little bit for these, I want to say, like, they're kind of like pockets. But it's more like a fold. And I know this is going to seem a little silly, But I am gonna add some color here to the lace. And I know the line art kind of, I don't want to say distracts, but I feel like it wouldn't be bold enough if it was just the tan color. So I think brass buttons would look really great. And these are almost brassy, but I think they need to be a little bit more bold. And I think I'll distress them a little bit, not a little bit. Okay, so for the top, we're gonna start with this darker blue, or turquoise. And I am going to use this kind of tone here. It's a lot lighter. We're going to use that for the cuffs and the collar. So I think I just realized my color drop was not sensitive enough. Because I want to keep those holes translucent or transparent. So we will see the skin, we will see the outline of her arm, that's fine. I'm not bothered by that. And unfortunately, whoops. Ah, okay. Chaos. There we go. And Becca, I will get you that information. I'm sorry I haven't done that quite yet. Okay, where is this? That was weird. Okay, and this is going to be my reference layer now. Oh, hi, Adventurers Pack. Welcome. Oh, wrong layer. How are you doing today? Are you getting your apartment back together? Okay, you know. Yeah, I'm sure it is taking a while. When your life gets disrupted like that, you know, it's not an easy fix. Portal has been amazing. And for those of you who, I haven't mentioned this to, I played Portal for the first time yesterday and absolutely loved it. And I started Portal 2 as well and love that too. Yeah, I thought I would need these. The cute color pop of the shoes, like, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so now that I have, like, the base of the outfit done here, I want to add the details. So the dress here, oh, come on, is polka dotted. And you also have some, like, variation in color with this, like, this pattern here. However, I think I will add some variation in the tone of the blue, but for these polka dots, I'm actually going to use these swirly patterns for in place of the polka dot, essentially. for the top. So, first, I need to add a new layer above this one and make it a clipping mask. And the thing is, I can actually, let's see, where is it? I think it's under Vintage. I'm going to use this newsprint texture. Ah. Okay, maybe not. That's darker than I want it to be. We're just gonna lightly go over this area and see. No, don't like it. How about Marble? What the? Okay, so I kind of like this. It's like they're almost like, look like sprinkles. This is just going to give us some texture on the under part of the fabric here. And now I want to go in my painting. I want to see how this looks. Cool. That's exactly like the texture I want. Oh, fever, fever in the morning, give me fever. And I know these are like way more and also closer than the polka dots on the actual dress, but I like this texture, so. Is there? Is there a V formation? Ah, yeah, there is. It's amazing how patterns can sometimes just like self-arrange in a way. So for the pants, I think I might try to add like a linen texture to them. You know, just go with something a little bit darker. And I suppose I could use that one as my base. And I think there's one called Hessian somewhere, and I don't remember where Tarkin might work. Yeah, that works. Come on, there we go. Yeah, it's kind of got that texture, that seersucker texture. I may. Ooh, I always feel like I'm going to add a whole lot of work to myself. I was thinking I would love to try to create my own texture brushes for Procreate. I've already done one, which is a snake scale print. Not a snake skin print, but a snake scale print. And that one's really fun to work with, but I think I can come up with some brushes that essentially mimic different fabric types. That way I can have more options for sketches like this. You know, if I want you know, it's not that difficult to learn, but there's definitely a learning curve. Okay, so I believe I am at the point where I need to start shading. So of course I'm going to move into my airbrush here. Get into my soft airbrush, make sure that I have a proper size, and also make sure that this is a clipping mask layer. for next Monday... Wow, that was a little too much there. Looked like I burned her hands. For next Monday, I don't really have anything lined up yet. I'm half tempted to do one from my late grandfather, George Douthit. And there's a part of me, there is a portrait that he did of me when I was a baby, a toddler, if you will, in like the middle of a field. And I might basically use that as inspiration to create a menswear look that updates the look from the actual piece that he made. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I feel like I'm just yammering. But basically reinterpret a childhood outfit of mine through the lens of his art. All right, so that's one yes from Adventures Pack. Whew, man, that shading is a little dark. Let's just be a little more gentle. Here we go. It's so important to have a light touch, because otherwise it really did look like she had been burned or something, like a tan gone wrong. And this is not a PSA about tanning, so this is a fashion illustration. But as in life, you should have a light touch with tanning. You don't want to burn yourself. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, that needs a blendy blend. There we go. There's just some areas that need more blending than others. Alright, and I'm thinking for her lips, let's go with that same kind of pink color, but that darker tone that we chose for the shoes. There we go. Okay, so now I want to shade the outfit and then go in and do some detail work here. Do. So I need to go back to my airbrush here. And again, make sure that I'm in a clipping mask, which I am, and also that I'm in the right layer, which I am. Okay. And I still have family members, by the way, that are artistic folk. Haven't run out of them yet. Okay, so for these brass buttons, this is... I think I want to do it on this layer. And I want to do something... that kind of roughs them up a little bit, if you will. Let's maybe try that one. And make sure that we're really small. Yeah. So I want to keep that like vintage feel, and I felt like that really shiny color, the shiny brass, was too new looking. Background. And honestly, like, I kind of feel like I've been blasting through these recently, even though I'm still doing a lot of detail. So I believe that just means that I'm getting better at what I do. However, let's not forget to fix her hair. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna try that same texture here. Oh, do I keep popping in and out? Uh-oh. Oh, but it looks like my connection is okay. Again, I want to say a big thank you to my sister, who's always there for me with the just in case something is going wrong. She tells me that I'm popping in and out right now. So if you're having connectivity issues with my stream, I'm sorry. It looks like I'm actually fine on my end, so I don't know if it's happening on your end, Becca. I'm not sure if it's just your side. I don't know. um, Dang, like, not gonna lie, I love this. Also, I learned a thing, by the way. When I was saying, oh, I could do as many layers as I want, that it's actually dependent on how large my canvas size is. And when my canvas size is really big, it just keeps going to a Be Right Back screen for me for some reason. That is so... Okay, that's freaky. Because I haven't even touched that screen. Oh, that's spooky. I'll have to watch the playback. That might be a Twitch problem, actually. Huh. Yeah, thank you. I really like this outfit, too. The larger my canvas size, so this is a 5,000 by 5,000 pixel canvas right now, it will only let me do 22 layers total. But if I do a smaller piece, then it allows me to do more layers. So basically it's like the amount of information that each layer can hold, I believe. So yeah. Ooh, a checkerboard floor. Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna do the background first, like the wall, and then I'm gonna do that. That sounds like a really awesome idea. Okay. So for the background, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that same pink that we used before, and there it is. I was like, there's a leak somewhere. Oh, okay, that is so weird. I'm definitely gonna have to watch the playback, because I'm not having any connectivity issues on my end, and I don't even have a screen that says it like that. Oof. Ooh, that's so weird. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, and I always like to do like a light halo thank you, Becca. I'm gonna look at that now real quick. Okay, that is so weird. That is so weird. Okay. Thank you. I'll have to contact Twitch or something. Wow. Freaky. Okay, so for this first round, I am just going to follow these lines for my first lines, and then because I'm only doing a 1-point perspective here, that means I have 1 vanishing point off in the distance. The rest of my lines will be parallel with the main horizontal line, which, looking at this, I know is not perfectly horizontal. Teehee. But these things happen. Also, I totally did not ignore that comment. The outfit reminds me a lot of something Aunt Val would wear, and it would have worn early on. Yeah, I could totally see her wearing something like this. And I love the snap tool, where I just hold down and it does a straight line. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to change my drawing guide again and do a 2D grid. And I think... Okay, so I'm lining it up with that top line, which probably seems a little silly, but... I want it to be as nice as possible. And normally how I would do this if I were doing this with a traditional medium is I would get out my straight edge and just go to town, essentially. So okay. No, undo. Okay, so this is back to my reference. And I'm actually going to turn off my drawing guide now because I don't need it. What do we think? Oops. It looks like there's a leak right here. Okay. That's okay, that happens. I love it! Oh my gosh. This might be one of my favorites, seriously. I was gonna give her a necklace to match the other one, but I think that would make it look a little bit more stuffy. So I think the hair ribbon is enough for this one. Very nice. I feel like I should start putting all of these women together in one one piece. So let's see, where's my skinny? Do we want to do 1,000 by 5,000? No. 10,000 by 25? I think that's too big. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. So... delete. So here's how I like to do this. Essentially, you hide everything that isn't the main outfit, and then I copy all, go back to my gallery, paste. And what this should do is paste it in one layer. Cool, cool. And let's have her over on the right here. And maybe a little bit smaller. And then we can do my piece. So this is the piece that I did on Monday for my double exposure work. Oops. And so we'll go ahead and bring her in. Okay. Let's see, let's make sure that they're about the same height. She can go to the left. And then, where is Spirit? So she can hang out here in the middle. And the good news is that all these layers I'm going to be able to move around. So like right now I can see that she's a little bit high. So I can bring her down. And then can't forget this one. Doot, 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 doot. Doot. Exactly, it would totally take away from the cute neckline on the blouse. I just think, you know, it's all about how you style things. Okay, I'll move them later when I have more, but I need to I need them to be symmetrical. So here are the art but make it fashion ladies so far. So the one on the far left is from my work on double exposures. The one on the second from the left is from my mother's work, Vicki Lee. And that one was actually from like elements but make it fashion, but it was also the tie-in into art but make it fashion. So that was one of the first pieces that we did. And then the third one here is from my Aunt Ronnie, who is my mother's twin, and it's from a still life. And then the one on the far right is from my Aunt Val, and that one is from that. Again, it's a almost like a collage, but it's not exactly like a collage, so it's hard to say exactly what to call it, but I love it. So I am loving this series. This is probably my favorite series so far that I've done. Yeah, I really actually, one of my favorite things are these watercolor socks. These knee-high socks, they're just like, ugh, I love it. I need to make sure that I go back and pop these layers back on. Spirit. So pretty. Yeah, I haven't actually updated my D&D but make it fashion in a while. Let's see. I am missing... Oh, only 2. Okay. No, 3. I'm missing 3 of them on that piece. Well, I'll just have to put that on there. All right. I mean, here's my question. Is, do I go ahead and get started? Or on the other piece? Or do I call it an early stream today? It's only been about an hour and a half, but that's okay. Or do you have any requests? I'll do a request or start a request. I don't know. Drink some coffee here. I know it's like 3 o'clock and I'm probably going to regret it at about 10 p.m. tonight, but... And you can see my messy hair now. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the first time I saw myself after starting the stream. Oh man. I don't know what I'm doing with this. Okay, maybe it'll stay now. I don't know. Anyways, I guess I'm just gonna call it a stream, and even though that was a shorty, it was short and sweet. So I love you too, Mom. Have a great dinner, and I'm sure, Becca, you're probably headed towards dinner as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get some more Character Chronicle work done today, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you are watching on here, COVID Couture. Yeah, my hair, I know, is COVID Couture. If you're watching here on Twitch, please go ahead and give me a follow, and then if you're watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe. Oh, do you want sunflowery something? Well, okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm happy to draw, so if you're happy to watch, then I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, it is some crazy hair, and I like how long it's getting, but I'm out of my leave-in conditioner. And so it's just kind of extra crazy. Okay, let's go with... I think this should work. Oops. Yep. Haha. Okay. So I'm gonna freehand this. Hi Carrie, welcome to the stream. I just finished one piece and I'm gonna keep going with another piece. I've just gotten really efficient at fashion illustrations, apparently. I guess that's what happens when you do them at least once every day. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the illustrating scene so you guys can see more of the outfit. And for this one, we're going to be doing a sunflower. So I'm just going to write in the corner, in my terrible handwriting, sunflower. So immediately thinking about this one, I'm thinking like a bustier, like an underbust bustier. That's actually going to need to come about here. Yeah, and feel free, whenever you need to go, you know, I'm not going to hold you hostage. And then for the top, like, we're gonna maybe go kind of literal with this. I guess we're gonna show some cleavage, that is fine. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. And then I've done this before where you overlap. And then I can go in and get rid of the overlap. Exactly. See, I know that we're related. Because I'm totally going to do that for the bodice to mimic the seeds. A high-low skirt overlay over some green slacks, the skirt overlay being the petals. Yes. So the skirt would actually need to be a little bit shorter than it is now. And then like the back could be longer and the front is shorter. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Well, how much shorter? Maybe thigh. We could bring these front petals up more towards the thigh. So, oh my goodness gracious. My iPad is like freaking out right now. Stop! Yeah, let's do the center one first. And then that one. That one. Did my music stop? Oh no, it's just one of the really quiet songs. Okay, but I'm gonna keep these back petals, kinda. Because what I'm gonna do is basically like cut them off here at the legs. Okay. And then now what kind of slacks are we thinking about? Oh, hi Lion's Tooth, it's been a while. Nice to see you again. Like, are we thinking all the way down to the ankle slacks? And like thin? Yeah. I'm gonna up this a little bit. Da-da-da. All right, we've got pants, we've got a skirt, we've got a bustier. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little crazy. Okay. And I have a cat who's trying to... Okay, go on. Off the table, please. Thank you. Okay, and I need to make sure... Come on. That rotational symmetry is on. Done. Okay, good. Okay. So the beauty of the sunflower is that it follows the principles of the golden ratio. Well, one of the many beautiful things about the sunflower. Is that it has that. And so that spiral that you see in the center follows the golden ratio. This one is probably pretty close. It's not perfect because I'm human. Okay. No, 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 no. We need to turn off drawing assist. Oop. Okay, so I'm just going around and making sure that all of my edges are connected to what they're supposed to be connected to. And anything that's not supposed to be connected, like, again, this, why? Ugh. No. Right here. Groovy. Cool. So now it's everybody's favorite time, which is the coloring. So I'm assuming we're talking about like a mammoth sunflower, right? Or like the sunflowers that you see out in the fields of Colorado, like the kind of small with the really dark centers. I mean, you know, traditional. So I'm just toning down this yellow a teeny tiny bit. And I'm on the right layer. That's going to be our reference layer. I am darkening the back ones just a hair. That way they seem like they're in the background. Let's go in for a green. Again, they kind of are like more of a yellow green. And I'm going to put that on a separate layer. That's too bright. Let's go a little bit darker. Okay. Yeah, I like that darker green a little bit better. And then let's make it even darker green for the cuff of the pant here. And then, of course, you get this, like... Let's see if I can find the right tone. And again, I'm going to do this on another separate layer. Also, it looks like I missed some erasing up here. I guess you can't see it from far away, but... Okay. Going back to the yellow layer. What's the deal, yo? What's going on here? Okie dokie. So, going back to this layer, and for this, I'm just, where is it? Here it is. Cool. I'm basically just going to paint it in. Or maybe I'm not. also, what is my music doing? I can't hear it. It's very quiet. Okay. I need to make sure that this is properly connected. And I'm basically doing the darkest brown that I can here. Yeah, I'll add some textured green in a bit. I like getting the base layers done first, like the base colors done. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna add some texture basically to all of the bits, because I think for the flowers, or the petals themselves, I want them to be really, not crinkly, but I want them to look really light and delicate, and then I want the pants to have a little bit more oomph, you know, a little bit more strength to them. I'd say I'd make them a little bristly, like the stalk of a sunflower. But I don't want it to make it look like she just has green, hairy legs. Like, I'm not trying to create a monster. Okay, back to the yellow. Making sure that all of these bits are covered. Okay, back to the green. Oh. Cool. Okay, so let's start with the pants. And the pants will be... Goodness gracious, excuse me for the hiccups. This is my clipping mask, and we're going to use some darker green here. And we're going to find a texture. wonder how the stucco. So I'm just using a really light touch. Okay. Okay, sorry. I know it gets... Sometimes this playlist gets really hard to hear. I have very needy cats over here today. Does anybody want to borrow them? I love them dearly, but it makes it very difficult to stream. Hi, buddy. Okay, yep, you can sit on my lap. Cool. You would not believe the cat that I have on my lap right now. Oh my gosh. Gotta chill, buddy. Cats do like flowers, especially my cats. I can't actually keep a lot of flowers in the house or in the apartment because one of my cats particularly likes to chew on flowers. And it's not the one that you think. It's not Rowan. It's Beans. But I love her. She's a good kitty. Ah. So by adding this highlight, it's going to add that depth, especially if we're kind of assuming or pretending that this is beaded. We want some sort of three-dimensionality to it. And I'm being a little bit more loose with these just to kind of create more of a texture. Like kind of artistic texture. And then I'll go through on some of them and add a little bit more of a bright spot. So the highlights down at the bottom are going to be a little bit less bright, less highlighted. It's just the nature of the beast. So by also kind of blending in these highlights into this shadowy area, it also helps add that depth, like it, you know, like there is some extra dimension to this. And actually, now looking at this from far away, I don't think I'll add any extra highlights. I think that that's enough highlighting in that center portion. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to do a hat. Okay, Becca, I don't know if you're still watching, but what color hat? I mean, maybe the same color green. I'm not sure she's still in the chat, so. Oops, no. Oh, dark like the bottles with some yellow somewhere. Of course, I already did the green. Sorry. But, oh, no. Okay, see you later. Lots of love to you and the family. Thank you for watching. You know what I love about highlighting is like the radiance that it brings. Like it just adds that three-dimensional quality, and it looks like light is actually hitting the body, you know, or hitting the fabric. Also, not to toot my own horn, but this was done completely without a reference image. Let's pop some Colorado blue sky in there. Oh, thank you, Lion's Tooth. That was the goal. All right, so I think that's gonna do it for me tonight. So this is the second one of the evening. This is Sunflower, as requested by my sister. And I really love how this turned out. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me for the last couple of hours. I always love doing this. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time is D&D, but make it fashion. And I forgot what we're doing, but it's some sort of construct. So that's what we're doing tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific. And that's right before the gauntlet at the Adventurers Pack. So I'll hope to see you guys tomorrow, and next week is probably going to be a similar week to this week as far as I'm not going to be streaming every single day. I think